Hi guys, my name is Pedro Machado and I'm CEO and game designer at the Glitch Factory. Today we're going to take a look at our newest game, No Place for Bravery. As you can see, it's a pixel art game with action RPG mechanics. The game is very focused on this kind of combat, where the player needs to be skillful and manage his resources carefully to survive. No Place for Bravery tells the story of a father searching for his missing daughter. The world where they live in has been devastated by giant creatures, and Ossuary, one of the last cities left, sits on the brink of a civil war. Along the way, Thorn will face many challenges and tough decisions to reach his goal. This enemy may look like a boss, but he's actually just a common enemy, and it's a very interesting fight. It shows very clearly all the resources the player has at his disposal. You can see that Thorn can attack and defend, and so does the enemy. The game was very inspired by Souls-like games. You have to be very mindful of how long it takes to execute an attack or another action. Timing is very important here. The game is also very punishing, and you will die a lot if you make too many mistakes. But we are very careful to make the punishment feel fair. The player always has to know what he did wrong. We tried to mix elements from other genres to differentiate the game from other Souls-likes. As you can see, it has some platforming elements, and its level design is inspired by Metroidvanias. The player will explore and backtrack a lot, and there will be areas that can only be accessed once the player unlocks specific skills or weapons. This fight is a good example of a fight with some platforms, showing off this range of possibilities. And the cool thing is that you can skip some fights entirely. Not every fight is absolutely necessary. This is another tiny example of the kind of freedom the player will have in this game. This fight shows how different enemies can be and how the player has to adapt to them. Here we have a big enemy, a small enemy, and an archer. Attacking, defending, dodging, and parrying are the main pieces of our combat system. Every character has a health and a posture bar. Once the enemy's posture gets to 0, the player can execute him. This system was inspired by Sekiro. As you can see, the player dies a lot, and it is a natural part of the game. You can also see that Thorn walks around with a child upon his shoulders. His name is Feet, and he is one of the game's protagonists. Their relationship is one of the game's main plots, and it will give us a clue about Thorn's relationship with his missing daughter. It is a story about family and about a father that is, in a way, looking for redemption. Here we've got a complex battle, where the player fights a darker version of the character, and every resource the player has will also be in the enemy's possession. So here, he will explore it all: defense and offense, parry and dodge. This will be a recurring enemy throughout the game, always bringing new challenges. As the player gets stronger, so will him. He's got a lot in common with the protagonist, but he's a part of a bigger mystery that will be revealed to the player as he progresses in the narrative. Because the game is so narrative driven, we put a lot of effort into making cutscenes more dramatic, with a lot of camera movement and interesting animations. I hope you all have enjoyed it. This is no place for bravery, and don't forget to join our Discord channel, wishlist the game on Steam, and follow us on social media.